Good evening. This is Dexter Flanagan giving a video response to EDU 642 Technology for Administrators. This is the Using Technology for Professional Development. And upon research, I found a rubric for technology since we've been comparing technology within schools to what they need. This study was done in Michigan, and this rubric was designed to provide framework for school professional development, staff administrators, and teachers to design, identify, or evaluate professional development programs focused on integrating technology into the curriculum. And what they came up with was a rubric which had 5 categories or indicators. And those indicators, of course, had sub indicators to help determine the demand or the need. So in Michigan, here again, each category contains a set of factors that have been found to be effective for professional development of the technology integration. The whole rubric has one total score and it indicates the overall effectiveness of professional development. All right, so now the first section covered context. Under context, you had indicators such as research, support, and time. And the way that they were rated, of course, the lowest would be a number 1, which would be poor. Number 2, which would be adequate, and 3, which would be excellent. And those resources, of course, would be technical and clearly communicated. The support would be available and accessible in professional development sessions. And the time, okay, the time would be sufficient doing work, that's allocated for teachers in their time. The second category was content. Indicators were the content knowledge, pedagogy, planning, classroom management, and professional productivity. Still, scoring scale was still the same, 4 being 1, adequate being 2, excellent being 3. The next category was process content. The indicators were social networking, collaboration, local expertise, and peer support. Now, in process content, of course, within professional development, I feel that this area is important because in social networking, you have to be able to get along or pretty much work together with everybody that's in your team and your cohort. So your plan is more so successful, which involves collaboration. And then with the local expertise, you can always have someone to come in to give insight, that specializes in this area that may give you information in areas that you may not have thought about. And peer support, of course, are those that are there in the building with you. You feel more confident when someone that's there with you feels the same way or has valued input into what is taking place. The fifth category was the actual process. The indicators include the duration, the frequency, and the location. Now, the longevity of it, as far as the duration, in my opinion, as it relates to technology, needs to be throughout the course of the year because every teacher is not proficient in computer applications and they will need that time so they can become more comfortable. The frequency would be, how often you would have those sessions. With Memphis City Schools being on quarters and having 4 quarters, you would think at least maybe after the third or fourth week out of each quarter, there will be some type of training as far as professional development in computer technology. Next would be location. If it's during school time, the majority of the time it takes place in the library, but I think teachers would feel better having a location away from the school to make them really want to feel like they're not in a work setting, they're more in a training setting. And of course, the last category, which is the provider. And the indicators on the provider would be the technology expertise, the content expertise, the pedagogical expertise, and the policy. as relates to technology expertise, you would help hope that you know people want to take on the responsibility of wanting to take on or add technology to their classroom. Content expertise, you want to be knowledgeable about what it is you're trying to learn as relates to the computer. Here they go to your expertise, which would be instructional, excellent instructional experiences of knowledge. You have to be knowledgeable here again of what you're trying to get your teachers to learn in professional development. And of course, policy. The policies that relate to the district, what you're able to do, what you're not able to do, what the uh, operating system that the Memphis City Schools utilizes allows you to use as a network to get other sources of revenue so that you can go outside of what the norm would be to entice the student to want to learn more than just there. They want to go out and venture, go out on the internet and be able to find sites and areas that they could really enjoy and bring that back into the classroom, which makes it enjoyable for them, and they will come time and time again and enjoy the classroom instruction. So, with that being said, the step-by-step process that's used in this rubric will be very beneficial to a school system to evaluate their current technology plan or to implement a new technology plan.